presentation. My son-in-law, who has become my son, was 28 when I was 52. And he was born in 1952, and I was born in 1928. And we were both born on May 20th. The numbers were right. So right now, we'd like everyone to join in and sing to my son, Happy Birthday. Where are you, Leonard? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Happy birthday to you. Are you there?
I'm here. Are you ready?
No, but we'll start anyway. Okay. Is everybody in their seat? Is everybody ready? Okay. Be gentle with me. It's only my second time.
Nessun dorma,
Nessun dorma. Tu pure principessa, nella tua fredda stanza, guardi le stelle che tremano d'amore e di speranza. Ma il mio mistero chiuso è, il nome mio nessun saprà. Wait a second. All right. E ti mi bacio silenzio che ti fa Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Malone. Joe Malone. My pianist, accompanist, director. And she hasn't been with the family for 10 years. Norma Jean Curley. Last year, a major mistake. There's really one reason I'm here. Because two people, Irv Welser, a Broadway producer and Tony winner, and Herb Blodgett, made a bet that I couldn't do it. Irv, say hello. Irv is here tonight. And tonight, someone that Irv and I are associated with, he is a producer. As a matter of fact, I've lost close to $1 million with him. But we still have 2 more shows coming. The crazy thing is, this young man, Jerry, are you there?
He's there.
Jerry was our next door neighbor at La Costa in the 60s. And we sold that house to Jimmy Needlehead. So I guess that's where all the show business started. Last year, it was debut at 82. Today, it's me at 83. Next year, it's more at 84. And we're going to be at the Regency of Feinstein's. And if I'm still alive in 2013, it's still alive at 85. We have a guest who didn't have a gig for tonight. Eddie Bruce, a wonderful singer who has sung in this room and many rooms, is a major star in Philadelphia and is known all over the country. Eddie Bruce, will you take a bow, Eddie? This is all part of my unbelievable, inconceivable, outlandish, and ridiculous, impossible dream. To dream the impossible dream, to find the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, the same place I made the mistakes last year, to follow that star. No matter how hopeless, I'm consistent. No matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star. I can't believe the whole thing. If Ralph Edwards was here, he could truly say, this is your life. From DJ, disc jockey to Dow Jones, stockbroker, insurance salesman, acquired by New York Stock Exchange firm NFP, author of 8 books, investor, producer, loser in 9 Broadway shows, to singing for charity. More than I dreamed, or just one big nightmare. You will all be my guests because you applauded so loudly. I thank you for coming. And your response is so great that I can't let you pay the $25 cover charge and the 2-drink minimum, but only 2. Please tear up the bill, everybody in the room, and be my guest tonight. By the way, to pay you for the honor you bestow upon me by being here, I will also serve, at absolutely no cost, a delicious dinner as soon as I get the hell off the stage. Secondly, I have decided to only sing for charity. Hopefully this stage of my career can raise money. Therefore, I will only sing if I can give money from the Carol and Barry K. Foundation at the same time. Tonight, I've chosen a charity I sang for last week, the Lawrence F. Hickey Center. Mr. Hickey died last month. His wonderful daughter from CBS is with us tonight, McGee Hickey, and I want to give her this check for $5,000 for giving me the pleasure of singing last week. Can you pass this check back to her? Cash it quickly, you never can tell. And now, you're welcome, McGee. Thank you.
Helping 100 children aged 3 to 5 developmentally delayed. Thank you.
It's our pleasure. For tonight, he always wears a red peacock. He's on the air right now. He may be in the room or in shortly. He's on his way, but his wife is here. You know him as the man who saved many lives on the subway. It's Curtis Sliwa and the Guardian Angels. Mary? I've chosen the Guardian Angels for tonight. Please accept this check for $5,000. Thank you.
This really means a lot. Thank you very much.
Actually, I'm matching the $5,000 that you would have paid if you weren't my guest with a $5,000 check to the Guardian Angels. This way I sing and charity makes money. Dinner as soon as I can finish. Today's show is all about love. My love for you, my beloved Carol. This is our 50th year. All my love, my darling. Oh, my love, my darling. I've hungered for your touch. A long, lonely time. Time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. Lovely rivers sigh, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely return. Time goes by so slowly. I can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. It's all about Carol Kay. When I wrote my 8 books on insurance and taxes, from Die Rich to Live Rich, you buy, you die, it pays. They were all dedicated to my beloved wife, Carol, as we now enter our 50th year together. The dedications all refer to the fact that there would be no Barry Kay without Carol Kay. What kind of fool would I have been without her to guide me? What kind of fool am I who never fell in love? It seems that I'm the only one that I have been thinking of. Who can I turn to when nobody needs me? My heart wants to know, and so I must go where destiny leads me. And maybe tomorrow I'll find what I'm after. I'll throw off my sorrow, make steal or borrow my share of laughter. With no star to guide me and no one beside me, I'll go on my way, and after the day, the darkness will hide me. Repeat, and maybe tomorrow, you make a mistake or two. I'll find what I'm after. I'm not professional. I'll throw off my sorrow, beg, steal, or borrow my share of laughter. With you I can learn to, with you what a new day. But who can I turn to if you turn away? I've never done this, but these are Carol's favorite songs. Our favorite songs from the beginning. I can reward you for your wonderful reaction by promising to sing both of them together with no words in between. Our love affair, an affair to remember, began 50 years ago at the Concord Hotel. On to Trader Vic's, our first date at the Plaza Hotel, where we now live 3 floors over the defunct restaurant. But our chop suey lives on. Everyone has a song. The next 2 are Carol's favorites, thus become mine and ours. Be fly, whatever that means. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. And you are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Love is lovely. The second time the Beatles. My son, you came to listen. From the top, Norman. You replaced Harriet this year. This is inside stuff. Love is lovely the second time around. Just as wonderful with both feet on the ground. It's that second time you hear your love song sung. Makes you think, perhaps, that love, like youth, is wasted on the young. Love's more comfortable the second time you fall, like a friendly home the second time you call. Who can say what led us to this miracle we found? There are those who bet love comes but once, and yet I'm oh so glad we met the second time around. I introduced from Philadelphia on my CBS show at that time, in 1952, Al Martino. And he always credited me for making him a star. Later came Spanish Eyes, and The Godfather took over. Her kiss, my ring. Marlon Brando, a horse's head in the bed. Speak softly, love. Al was also a 50-year relationship, and he died this past year. Al, wherever you are, I love you. Speak softly, love, and hold me warm against your heart. I feel your words, the tender trembling moment start. We're in a world our very own, sharing a love that only few have ever known. Wine-colored days, warmed by the sun, deep velvet nights, when we are one. Speak softly, love, so no one hears us but the sky. The vows of love we make will live until we die. My life is yours, and all because you came into my world with love. Speak softly, love. Wine-colored days, warmed by the sun, deep velvet nights, when we are one. Speak softly, love, so no one hears us on the sky. The vows of love we make will live until we die. My life is yours, and all because you came into my world with love. Speak softly, love.
Yes, Dad.
Where are you, my dear?
I'm here, Dad. What did
My
I do?
little boy Howard flew up from Florida. She flew down from 86th Street. Carol and I were truly strangers in the night. Really introduced by our daughter Fern. She was 8. And she made sure that we spoke to each other. She is really responsible for 50 years of our love affair. Who would have known that we were just a glance away, a warm embracing dance away? Carol either married me because she wanted to dance and thought I was Fred Astaire. She wanted to dance through life, or she would have married anyone just to get the hell out of New Jersey. Who wouldn't? Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the night. What were the chances we'd be sharing love before the night was through? Something in your eyes was so inviting. Something in your smile was so exciting. Something in my heart told me I must have you. Strangers in the night, two lonely people, we were strangers in the night, up to the moment when we said our first hello. Little did we know, love was just a glance away, the warm embracing, the dance away. And ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight, in love forever. It turned out so right, for strangers in the night. Strangers in the night, two lonely people, we were strangers in the night, up to the moment when we said our first hello. Little did we know, love was just a glance away, a warm embracing dance away. Later there's a sing-along. But for now, shut up. The star is before me. And ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight, in love forever. It turned out so right, for strangers in the night. Thank you, Elvis Edwards. Thank you. Once again, she took my hand for a whole life too. Wise men say, oh, the fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. I can't help being falling every minute in love with you. I love you so. So we went to Fiorello's, and there was a singing waiter. So now, for professional relief, my singing waiter, who I met when he was waiting tables at Fiorello's, will bail me out.
Any producers in the room, he's available.
If there's a producer here, he's ready for a major shot. Sing it in Italian. Grazie, prego. Bravo, Joe,
Quando sono solo, sogno all'orizzonte e mancano le parole. Sì, lo so che non c'è luce in una stanza quando manca il sole. Se non ci sei, tu con me.
Just like I told him.
Su le finestre mostra tutto il mio cuore che hai acceso, chiudi dentro me la luce che hai incontrato per strada.
Time to say goodbye. Paesi che non mai veduto con te. Adesso si vivrò con te. Partirò su nave per mare che lo so. No, stanno più. Con te vivrò.
Quando sei lontana sono all'orizzonte e mancano le parole. E io sì lo so che sei con me, con me. Tu mia luna, tu sei qui con me. Io solo e tu sei qui con me, con me, con me, con me. Time to say goodbye. Paesi che non ho mai veduto, vissuto con te. Adesso sì li vivrò con te. Partirò su navi per mari che io lo so. No, non è
microphone man, Jean-Pierre. One more time, but for Jean and everybody. In French. But I'll be back. Edith Piaf. Almost.
Le ciel bleu sur nous peut s'écrouler et la terre peut bien s'effondrer. Peu m'importe si tu m'aimes, je me moque du monde entier. Tocca il muro inondra si metà, come a cofre mira si tema, come a bolle gran problema. Mon amour, puisque tu m'aimes.
Voilà, voilà, voilà.
J'irai jusqu'au niveau, je refais de cet blanc, atterrer sur tes mains.
La fenêtre.
On peut bien rire de moi, je ferai n'importe quoi si tu me le demandes. Nous aurons pour nous éternité dans le bleu de toute l'immensité, dans le ciel plus de problèmes. Il y aurait unité qui s'aime.
If the sun should tumble from the sky, if the sea should suddenly run dry, if you love me, really love me, let it happen, I won't care. If it seems that everything is lost, I will smile and never count the cost. If you love me, really love me, let it happen, darling, I won't care. Shall I catch a shooting star? Shall I bring it way you up? If you want me to, I will.
You can send me any task, I'll do anything you ask, if you'll only love me still.
When at last my life on earth is through, I will share eternity with you. If you love me, really love me,
then whatever happens,
I won't care. He'll be back one more time. And now, this song is for you, each and every one here tonight. It's truly our way. For me, it's my way. For Sinatra, it was his way. Even Schwarzenegger had a way. And for Norma, it's her way. And now, the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I said clear, I state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, but more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, but more, much more than this, I did it my way. Hey, Scotty. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall, and did it my way. I loved, I've laughed and cried. I've had my fill, my share of losing. And now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that. And may I say, not in a shy way, no, oh no. Oh, no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly fears, and not the words of one who nears. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. I want to thank you. I want to thank you because you're here. And I mean this with all my heart and soul, with every song, with every word. I love my wife even more. This is your night. No allowance this week, just your night. I sang this. Fern, this is for you. I sang this at my first show last year, the most beautiful Les Mis. By popular demand. My own. I sing it again for you. Alan Howard. And listen carefully. Fern. God on high, hear my prayer in my need. And you have always been there. He is young, he is afraid. Let him rest, heaven blessed. Bring him home, bring him home, bring him home. He's like the sun I might have known if God had granted me a son. The summers die, one by one, how soon they fly, on, and I am old, and will be gone. Bring her peace, bring her joy, she is young. She is only a girl. They are young. They are a boy and a girl. You can take you can give. Let him be, let them be, let them live. If I die, let me die, let them live. Bring them home, bring them home, bring them home. Thank you, my sweetie. I had to work that in.
Well, I did because I'm a smarter, older
Well.
child.
We only have a few more songs before the food gets warm. Nighttime sharpens, heightens its sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses, helpless to resist the notes I write. For I compose the music of the night. Slowly, gently, night unfurls its splendor. Grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Hearing is deceiving, music is deceiving. Heart is lightning, soft as candlelight. Dare you trust the music of the night? Close your eyes, for your eyes will only tell the truth. And the truth isn't what you want to see. In the dark, it's so easy to pretend that the truth is what it ought to be. Softly, deftly, music shall caress you. Open, feel it, hear it, secretly possess you. She'll wait your turn. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind in this darkness which you know you cannot fight. The darkness of the music of the night. Close your eyes, start a journey to a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the world you left before. Close your eyes and let music set you free. Only then can you belong to me. Floating, falling, sweet intoxication. Touch me, trust me, savor each sensation. Let the dream begin. Let your darkest side give in to the power of the music that I write. The power of the music of the night. You alone can make my song take flight. Help me make the music of the night. We have just 2 songs left, and they said this one, you're crazy if you try, but nevertheless, this is the moment, this is the day, when I send all my doves and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play, is here and now today. This is the moment, this is the time, when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme. Give me this moment, this precious chance. I'll gather up my past and make some sense at last. This is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming and screaming become one. This is the day. See it sparkle and shine when all I've lived for becomes mine. For all these years I faced the world alone, and now the time has come to prove to them I've made it on my own. This is the moment, my final test. Destiny beckoned, I never reckoned second best. I won't look down, I must not fall. This is the moment, the sweetest moment of them all. This is the moment, give all the odds. This day or never, I'll sit forever with the gods. When I look back, I will always recall, moment for moment, this was the moment, the greatest moment of them all. To live the impossible dream, to believe in oneself, to eliminate all doubt, all negatives, to be what we are all and should be. I put a coin on every one of your tables. You might pick it up. To know the things that turn out the best for those who make the best of how things turn out. And to ask God to grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Be yourself. Live your way. Enjoy your dream. I am what I am. I am my own special creation. So come, take a look. Give me the hook or the ovation. It's my world that I want to have a little fun in. My world, it's not a place I have to hide in. Life's not worth a damn till you can say, hey, I am what I am. I am what I am. I don't want praise, I don't want pity. I back my own drum. Some think it's noise, I think it's pretty. And so, what if I love each feather and each sparrow? Why not try to see things from a different angle? Your life is a sham till you can shout out loud, I am what I am. I am what I am. And what I am needs no excuses. I deal my own deck. Sometimes the ace, sometimes the deuces. It's one life and and there's no return and no deposit. One line. So it's time to open up your closet. Life's not worth a damn till you can shout, hey world, I am what I Where are you? Where are you, Joe? Joe, just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, a dear friend of mine is here, Ted Cohn. And Ted Cohn, we have one last number. If I would come back, I would come back first as me. But secondly, so he'd be in good company. Pavarotti. My dear friend Ted Cohn has given me copies of 2 Puccini letters he just bought at auction with translations. This is the actual letter from Puccini. I have a relationship with them because all their music is published by Ricordi, and Ricordi are my clients in Florida in the insurance business. This is the original writing of Giacomo Puccini. I just want to read one thing so you'll know nothing changes. He wrote this when he was suffering from throat cancer, which killed him 10 months later. This letter suggests that he was somewhat depressed. I am pursuing my usual solitary life, Simon, and I've completely disappeared. Tomorrow, Johnny Schicchi will be sung at La Scala. Puccini is more or less right, but it's not working much. He would like to get away, but he can't find the way out. He suggested Nice or Monte Carlo to Elvira, his wife, but she was not interested, preferring Milan. He writes, but that doesn't suit me because of my climate that I need. So, nothing changes. The second letter, it just says that he's looking for a book, a libretto. He can't find a libretto. And he finally found one, I think it was 1904, and the opera was, Ted, what's the opera? What? Girl of the Golden West, that's right. So anyway, we don't have him here, but we will close again with my favorite. Could you come around? Nessun dorma, nessun dorma, tu pure principessa nella tua fredda stanza. Guardi le stelle che tremano d'amore e di speranza. Ma il mio mistero è chiuso in me. Il nome mio nessun saprà, no, sulla tua bocca la dirò quando la luce splenderà. Ed il mio bacio scioglierà il silenzio che ti famiglia. Favore. please go right to the table and start eating, and I will mix amongst you. To hear your real opinion. Norma, thank you, thank you.
Get behind you.
We can go get wet now.